but I do think that's a real debate because really what we would open it up for if we had a football guy in here, because football excels in all the combine stuff, period.
Yeah.
Like they're the best athletes when it comes to combine specific, like explosive stuff, right? But which sport requires the most athleticism is a question I often have a debate about. And like for me, it's basketball because it's not just running fast and jumping high and moving laterally and all the combine stuff.
I don't know if that is straight athleticism though. I feel like that's once again a combination of athleticism and skill.
That's what he's saying. It's a combination. Whereas football,
but he asked the question: what requires the most athleticism? That I would say is football. So because if you are not a freak physically, you cannot survive.
Well, it depends how you define athleticism.
Well, what I'm saying is let's define athleticism in a sense of like, is the action of hitting a golf ball athleticism? No, it's a skill. But I think the ability to swing a golf club and look coordinated doing it, in my opinion, is athleticism. So like when we're talking about basketball, I'm thinking you have to be able to dribble. Why are there a bunch of defensive backs that aren't wide receivers?
Yeah.
Can't catch.
Right? So like you look at like the athleticism needed in basketball, you have to catch, you got to dribble with two hands, you got to be able to finish with both hands, you got to be able to shoot. Like, well, maybe not always, but like, you know what I mean? Like you have to do so much more.
I think Connaughton on our podcast saying that basketball players are the best athletes. It's not even close.
All around athletes, not just including combine specific, like what would you call that? Combine specific measurement
numbers,
measurables.
I get that.
How about if in the NBA, if we're just going off that combine measurables, who's the most athletic guy?
Ooh, see,
like you're saying, if everybody in the NBA like
did an NFL combine,
NFL combine,
like run a 40,
cone
drill,
bench press.
I mean, it's got to be a big.
No, it can't be a big. I actually think a big would probably lose.
Yeah, wouldn't Giannis be up there?
I mean, the problem is Giannis is going to lose.
I'll tell you. I think
height on the vertical.
I'll tell you, Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe is
in the mix.
Unbelievable.
He's in the mix.
I was teaming him. Unbelievable. I think it would be a combination. Like you'd have to talk about Bledsoe. You'd have to talk about Anthony Edwards. I think.
Yeah,
you'd have to talk about Zion. Like, I think some of the smaller guys actually probably have the best chance.
Yeah, like the pound for pound thing.
Pound for pound thing, I think is a real thing. Personally.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously limit yourself a lot if you're tall, just from the speed standpoint. Like 40 and how much weight that holds in like evaluation for a football player.
Yeah, and tall guys don't jump as high, technically speaking.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're already at the rim.
I've had multiple teammates that I've felt very strongly about could, with a year of like diligent training, could play in the NFL. Like
and this would be my argument when all those NFL guys are probably come at me now because of this friggin' title.
Can't go the other way.
I don't think it can go the other way. Yeah. Like I don't think there's any NFL guys you could say, with a year of training you could be in the NBA.
But that speaks. But I think
personally,
that speaks.
Now, not saying they're not good basketball players, but
I agree.
I think that speaks to more of the nature of the sport though than like them.
That was literally the question, dude.
Okay.
Which sport requires the most athleticism?
That's fair. I think it still comes back to how you define athleticism.
Are you sure Williams was the #1 liberal art school?
I know, right? Well, he only went there for a year. He
didn't get to do this. Sure.